Generic greetings, Future Editing Guy here, following up from the previous Void War video where we progressed on with our mutant and our ragtag bunch of crew, which is constantly getting cycled and replaced, truth be told, because of, well, fatalities. And, well, we're going to continue on with the run and see how far we get. Obviously trying to get to the Vault of Souls and get a win of this one. Let's see how we get on. Spoiler alert, it's going to get a bit hectic. War cult, why not? Let's give it a go. It's getting a bit naughty now because, basically, our weapons are fairly garbage. I need a better weapon. They've only got 1 power each, so they're fair. Actually, you know, the Twin Disruptor's got 2 power, but they're basically fairly terrible. A Shrine of Rage, and there's another Planetary Assault over there. And then there's a Merchant with missile bays and missile templates. Crew Contracts and Psychomancy. Again, it's a Shaman. What else have we got? Mechanic, which is system modules. A weapons dealer. Right, weapons dealer's over there. I need to head towards a weapons dealer. Let's do that. And, okay, that's a chromatic interceptor, and they're at half health, and everything's on fire. Okay, activate our siege beam. Grave beam's off for some reason, and I don't know why. Let's do a summon a thrall. Fire cannons. Fire bolts. Put fire on the vessel because they've got loads of fire anyway. They're trying to collect it. Yep, there's more fire. They're not going to last very long. Oh, they're actually sending people towards me. They're boarding, and they've boarded over here. I'll send people over to try and deal with that. And it's berserkers, so they're actually going to cause a little bit of damage, these berserkers, so I have to be very careful. I'm just keeping an eye on my crew. But, yeah, there we go. Let's bring them back. And I actually need to save stations. Right, scrap metal is ridiculously good. Shrine of Rage. Let's see about the Shrine of Rage. An ominous spike structure drifts silently in your viewport. It's shrine to an ancient war god. And hostile signature, because of course. Most of these are just husks and a berserker. Frankly then, I'm going to 6 damage and 5 damage. But extra HP, that's fine then. Let's load them and teleport into their engine bay. Like I say, I think the damage I can cause now on the, because of our because of our mutant commander, you know, they're just taking out everybody ridiculously fast. And there you go, that's dealt with. 78 scrap, and we can pledge yourself to the war god. Yeah, go on, why not? Pledge yourself to the god of war. Moments later, you find yourself surrounded by dozens of cult warships. You begin spooling your engines, preparing to engage, but you soon realize they're attacking each other, not you. Consider joining the battle. Perform a tactical retreat or join the fight. We'll join the fight, why not? And we'll get them over here. And we will load the crew, and then we'll bring the crew on board. This is an interesting one. You can see the damage we're causing is absolutely ridiculous. Like, we're taking out pretty much their crew without any great penalty. But although, is that them? Let me just go ahead and deal with this guy. I think that's it, yeah. You collect what you can from the remains. Heavy Disruptor. Number of shots 1, charge time 20, projectile speed 450, ion damage 3, power required 2. So it's similar to this. It fires 1 shot, but is ion damage 1. I don't know. Exoskeleton or welding torch, extra repair speed. Tactical exoskeleton, would that be useful to us? I don't know. I'm going to go with a heavy disruptor. We'll recall the crew. With them you defeat another ship and confronts you. It's enormous. Its commander proclaims, "I am Crom's champion." Oh, we're going to have to deal with this guy, are we? Alright. Fine. If you think that's the case, well, let me try and prove them who the champion actually is. I mean, it might not be us, I don't know. Let's beam. And they've appeared here. Let me deal with that guy first. Which is now done. And then I'll go back. And then what I'll do is load, and I'll teleport to there and make sure their shields are always down. So their champion is coming towards us. I do fear that they'll cause a lot of damage. Oh, they are causing a lot of damage. Good grief. Recall all crew. So heal. Everyone go to there. Heal. There we go. Summon. Fire that. Activate siege gun. So I was going to try and take them on at their own game, really, if the whole melee thing, but it's not happening because, I mean, look at the guy. They're called Gromog. Yeah, they're not to be trifled with. They're not to be messed with. I'm going to heal up again. Let's go with heal. And you know what? I'm going to board again. I'm going to try and take them out. This could be all kinds of bad. I'm firing the grave beam, but I don't think it's going to work out. We might take them out here. Come on. Yes. The enemy crew has been killed. You search through the remnants, find useful items, 59 scrap, and the chromic champions have been defeated. There is a brief period of silence and stillness. Sudden flash of argent lightning pierces the stellar backdrop and sends shockwaves rippling across the battle zone. Every cultist vessel winks out of existence. Your ship alone is once more. Your hands tremble uncontrollably. A white-hot sigil has been burnt onto the inside of your left wrist. You feel an insatiable lust for battle. Shrine of Rage activated. Commander cannot rest for the next 3 jumps. Recall all crew. Okay. So, do I gain anything from that? I don't know. It does say Shrine of Rage activated. Don't know what that actually does, but, well, the fun's in finding out. Let's jump. And, oh, another one of these scouts. I'm not going to do any melee here. It's not going to happen. No, I refuse. Oh, I just realised 426 scrap metal. Good grief. Right, those guys have definitely boarded, and I'm going to have to try and deal with that myself now. It's just husks, so I'm not overly concerned, but there's 3 of them. I've dealt with them. And they've been dealt with now. Okay, so 39 scrap. I've got 465 scrap. Well, I'm going to upgrade everything to max level on the subsystems. Upgrade the boarding to 3 so I can do 3 people there. But the problem I've got here is boarding. There's Planetary Assault, which I don't think I can do, but I'm gonna give it a go. Good grief, that's problematic. So I do need to deploy infiltrators. Those guys, I'm not going to deploy at all my my commander. It's not happening. I'm just gonna have to try and fight these guys as best I can. They've been deployed. Oh yeah, recall crew. Not happening. I was going to send the commander, but it's just too... It's just, yeah, too much of an issue. There's far too much going on. I might be able to teleport guys in. Well, say teleport, use the boarding pods. Just keep firing. Load crew and send them over to here. And then I might be able to go in there. Let's get these guys moving in. I can't deal with that guy. Recall crew. Yeah, they've got far too many defences and I've got far too fewer health for this fight. So I can do damage to them, but the fight won't end until I've got this to play infiltrators. There's only that one weak point there, but it won't let me go in because it's full. Gonna have to once again send that guy and that guy. Grave beam. That sends people over. Load crew. Send them over there. But they know I'm here. Yeah, they immediately rock up. Recall crew. I can can do damage as much as I want, but I'm just not taking out anything over here. I can't deal with the infiltrators. And the grave beam I can fire as much as I want, to be fair. Because it needs just to take out them. No, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I'm going. If I had the commander, then we might be able to do that. I've just got a soul spear, which is a psychic ability. Can't do anything there. Right, shipyard. Hopefully I can actually start repairing now. Oh, just realised that thing's broke. Repair 10 hull points. And let's actually repair this thing as well. Yeah, that was the first fight on a planetary body that I've failed at. It's because you can't destroy it. It's got no hull points. Yeah. Just the commander. Too damaged. Too much health loss. Let's go for the merchant. But we've definitely got a lot further than the last run, so I'm happy with that. There's an ion carbine. A weapon. Who can I even give that to? Mark. Okay. Let's see what the next place has. Jump into real space, nothing out of the ordinary. It's been fairly sedate. Oh, corrosive gases detected. Oh joy. If I can jump out, I will. Intruders detected. Greater corpulent. It's yes. It's hostiles. And not easy ones to deal with either. Okay. Well, we'll get people running around trying to deal with these guys. When you do damage, actually, I don't know if it's do damage or they just hang around. I think they just generally put a lot of gas around the place. So there's them gone. Get that guy in there. We gain ballistic shield, carbine, and machine pistol. And I'm just going to warp. I'm going to warp before that happens. Okay, we've got away. Let's return to all stations. And we'll see what we've got. Let's see what we've got here. So, we have a shield. Reduces enemy DPS by 1. It is a tool. So I can put it on, say, this Blood Witch somehow. We've got a machine pistol and an ion carbine. Deals 1 ion damage to nearby enemy systems. That's pretty good, actually. If we were to... empty tool. Oh, infiltrator. No, that's definitely going to go on the infiltrator. Can we put that on? Actually, you know what? I am going to put it on the commander, because the commander dies, then, well, it's game over. Let's see. What can I switch? Extra DPS, that's good. Kills deal 1 ion damage to enemy systems. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to make Craven the range guy. And Mark, ion carbine. Just do ion damage, yeah, why not? And I'm going to probably sell these too. Okay. Sell and sell. Right, what weapons have they got? Hull Ripper 1. Number of shots 2, charge time 15, projectile speed 900, hull damage per shot 1, 2 damage to systemless rooms. Energy Lance, which is... we're not really going down the Lance route. And the Fusillade 1, which is projectile count 5, spread 45. It's just another sort of spread everywhere type weapon. I'm going to get rid of the bolt cannon and get the Hull Ripper. That will require some upgrades. There we go. 163 scrap remaining. I can sell that and sell that. And I can get missiles, but it's not really going to work out. I'm just going to fully repair up. And... do I want the Fusillade 1? I definitely want to keep the Grave Beam. I think what I've got is fine. Yeah, that'll have to do. Right, we are closing in on the enemy. And the last part of the rooms. We'll move on to the next sector. And this is a Chromic Corvette. This looks to be a bit of a hostile location. Can I board and take all of them out? I reckon I probably can. I'm going to actually swap these guys around now, I think. Actually, I'm going to send all... well, I can't send all 3. To be because... Well, basically I can't. Well, there's only 2 slots remaining. But when we take these guys out, it stuns... it stuns the thing we're in. So you can see we're causing immense damage. And there's that gas, which I'm not really too concerned about. Let's just deal with the crew here. And that's done. Scrapping munitions, recall crew, return to stations, and then jump before more gas. Alright. Okay. Let's go with the Death Cult sector. Wow, I can't believe we're almost at the end of the run. It's pretty good. A Shrine of Influence or a Mercenary Broker. Finally, a Mercenary Broker. That's what I've been looking forward to finding for quite some time. Because, well, basically, we'll hopefully get some actual crew that complement our bonuses for the ship. So, might as well just keep firing randomly, almost. Just taking out whatever they've got. You can see the damage we're causing now with the commander here. We have taken a bit of damage there with their essentially noxious beam. We can get a servo hulk, a missile template, and an oxygen tank. I'm going to go with a missile template because I can sell it, and recall all crew, and then repair the hull a little bit. We've got a bit of damage on our life support systems. I don't know what happens if you actually increase life support on this game. Oh, extra oxygen refill rate. I can't say I've ever really had a problem with that. Mercenary Broker here. Let's see what we've got. We will trade, repair, Raider Outlaw, Imperial Citizen, or War Cultists. We want a Raider Outlaw. We'll get those. Equipment is an Electro Maul, a Machine Rifle, or a Power Field. Have that missile back. We're going to pick up an Electro Maul, because that sounds cool. Stuns nearby enemies for 4 seconds on kill. Oh, and it does loads of damage. Does loads of damage. I'm going to give it to Craven. I know I said I was going to be the range guy, but not anymore. That should do as Power Field, extra HP. Might as well pick that up, because we do have, I believe, a free slot on someone. Blood Witch, that'll do. Even though they're not doing any melee. Let's continue on. And if they've just got crew like that, basically, I will endeavour to board. Although some can't get on board, so I'm going to have to do that. They've got, that looks to be a missile of some kind, and it puts noxious gas absolutely everywhere, which is horrible. I'm not going to recall the crew, because if I do that, they're going to appear near all this noxious gas. So it's actually safer on board the enemy vessel at this stage. Then I'll recall the crew. Then I'll say get back to your stations. Then I'll say repair, please and thank you. Where am I going to put the infiltrator? I'm not sure. Well, I have to move people around. So those can go there. Maybe... Well, someone's always going to be boarding, and it's almost certainly going to be the infiltrator. And we'll do that, I think. Save stations. What can I level up? I think we're going to go with extra evasion. We're on 30% chance now. And we'll go this way. 40 munitions. Oh, possessed frigate. A hostile possessed frigate. I'm not going to try to board those. Truth be told, I think that would be a bit of a waste of time. Let's get firing. We do have the advantage of decent shields, which is good. They do, however, also have ridiculously good shields. And this is a greater demon heart coming in, which is going to do summons. Ooh, okay. See if I can deal with that. So, full repair, inferno. Need to fire the grave beam when the shields drop, which they have dropped, and I'll fire. These guys will have to run away because of the toxic cloud. And I think that grave beam's coming in again. We have to try and deal with this. Oh! There's loads of damage. Keep firing, keep firing. That guy's going to have to leg it. Husk's going down. That guy's going down. I have to try and get these guys out. This is a lot of damage. I'll open up those. I'm going to have to wait until the disruptor's ready. Oh no, the disruptor's fired now. No, it's actually missed. Brilliant. Dealt with all of the... Oh, that is broken, that one. Yeah, dealt with all of the infiltrators, but they keep spawning. And I don't know if I can stop them because there's so many of them. The damage is ridiculous. I'm going to have to repair, or heal, should I say. See if I can stop them. There's them dealt with. Go and repair over there. You can repair that. I've already lost 2 crew members, which is... Yeah, this frigate has really done a number on our ship here. Gonna have to keep firing. And now they're gone. But at what cost? We've lost 3 crew members. And it's probably going to be a 4th if I'm not careful. Right. Return all crew to stations. Who have we lost? Our ritualist, our husk, and our blood witch. Okay. It's been worse, but not much worse. Right. Everyone return to their stations. Yeah. That was bad. That was a lot worse. I could go to a merchant shaman or the shipyard. I'm going to have to go to the shaman. And we can repair. And I'm going to have to hire some more crew. There's a war seer. A war cultist psyker. Reduce enemy DPS by 1. Cast projectile that stuns hostile crew. And also we'll get... We're just going to get all of the crew possible. So this guy can go at the front. You can go in here. And you can go... we always want this guy ready to board. So we'll do that. Okay. Well, it's best we're going to get. Save stations. So we do have Psyker, Psyker, and Psyker with War Cult. So no Raid Outlaws, but best we're going to get. Let's continue on. It's the damage on these guys. Yeah, they need to rest up. There's repair drones. Huh, interesting. Where can I... We could put that. I'll assign it to... Just one of those. Guys. Seal all breaches and repair 2 systems in target room. Asteroid field detected. Okay, hopefully not too bad. Just depends on what turns up. Intruders detected. Because of course. Right, I'll do what I can. And where's the damage? This guy. Get them out. And I'm already going to lose. I'm already going to lose 1 character. It might be 2. So I've already lost 1 guy. Just the 1. Oh no, there's still a guy at the front here. You go over there, you go over there, you go over there. You can go over as well, why not? So I lost a necromancer. I have got repair drone and arc talons though. Yeah, we are getting hit by asteroids, but it's not a big problem. You can repair there. You can repair that one, and you can go. You can go there. And you can go there. Shifting people about again, the game. And there's the asteroids going past. That should be about it. Right, save stations. I think that's about right. We've gained arc talons and repair drone. Let's go with full melee now for that guy. A warseer. Give him a big gun, really. I think I'm going to give the Corsair that and the warseer. Yeah, we'll do that. And the repair. I don't know if we've got any spare slots for that. 1. Unvisited node. Oh no. This is a corrupt cruiser. And immediately they're firing. And stunning us. Because of course they are. And also extreme heat detected, so we're going to get fires. And we're going to get boarded as well. Okay, things are getting really, really nasty now. There's some fire. I'm just going to deal with the intruders first. But immediately we've lost our infiltrator because they were on so low HP. Okay. See if I can take their shields out. However, the fire has meant that we are losing too much. Repair that. That's now back online. Fire's out. We'll repair this. Fire over there. I mean, am I just going to have to board them? With who, though? I'm going to board them with the commander and this other guy. Take their weapons out. Oh, look at the damage. Right. We've got fire. We've got... Let's go for stun. Summon. We've got fire. We've got damage across the board. I think I've decrewed them, though, yes. But once again, we've got more fire. Half health. The ship took half damage on that one. Oh, the fire's spreading massively. Gonna have to get him out. There we go. Extreme heat detected. Hopefully I can jump before the heat. Shipyard. Repair the hull. Okay. We'll also repair that up as well. I think I'm going to have to move that guy as well. Well, we definitely got a lot further than the last run. I don't know how it's going to affect us, though. But, let's see. Number of death cult vessels are coming from Moon. I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to be dealing with that at all. we can't be doing that. Merchant vessel. Let's trade. Repair maximum. I could go with another subsystem, and I'm going to. I'm going to get a... Now, that's a siege cannon. So we've got double siege cannon, essentially. Upgrade that. Go for a siege gun. So we've got a siege gun and we've got a siege beam. I think what I'm going to have to do is upgrade the siege bombard and take a point off the teleporter. I keep calling the teleporter, the launch bit. I just don't think we can board anymore. Oh, I'm going to have to board now, though, because that's a cache. And this is a mutated vessel with a necro lurch. Ugh. Right, okay. Let's see if I can nick that thing. Yes, I can. And it's some scrap metal, and I'm going to recall the crew, because I'm not having that guy stick around. But this is some anomalies detected, which is not too much of a problem. I can deal with that. Let's fire. Let's fire. And, oh, look, more summons. I'm going to have to turn on the grave beam again, because we took damage. More intruders. Oh, loads of intruders at the back there. I'm going to have to try and deal with that. And repair up. It's the amount of summons that we've got coming over. I'm going to have to turn on both of these. I thought we'd have this fight done sooner rather than later, but maybe not. So we've got the siege gun. And we've got the laser. I'm going to have to get the commander out. Oh, the commander's taking a lot of damage. And hopefully if we can destroy the ship. I think that little summon that they've just sent will zip past us. Let's go with a Hulk. And see if I can take these guys out. Although the Hulk's almost... the husks, so to say, not the Hulk. Is going to get... Yep. They've been taken out. Commander's got low health. Right, so after all of that, we've come off with less crew than what we started with. Yeah, good start. Right. I think it's going to have to be siege bombard, reduce the amount of power, and basically go with full-on bombard. Because this is, I believe, the last fight. we've got here. Not in a decent state, though. Imperial core worlds. Or do we have to continue on through this Vault of Souls? Yeah, we do. To the end. Oh, yeah, as if that's going to happen. Save stations. Let's head towards a shipyard. If we make it there. We've only got a certain amount of munitions, but I'm going to have to keep activating our weapons. And just firing as best I can. And deploy them. And just turn our... what was a boarding vessel, essentially, into... now just a gunboat. We're just going to have to do... we're just going to do gunboat stuff. Which, to be fair, is actually hitting them very, very well. Problem with that is, it takes how much? 6 munitions every time I activate it. I mean, it does the job. That possessed cruiser has been absolutely destroyed, and we've gained 3 munitions. Merchant Ordnance Expert. I'm going to head that way. There is a Imperial Scout. I'm going to activate our siege cannon, but not the laser. And I've just put everything on auto fire just to keep peppering their shields. I think that's the way forward. And then I will use our grave beam. If I target this right, I should be able to get 4 systems here. And there we go. That's good damage and some spawns. Yeah, so just pivoting over. Even though we're not using the Vault Knives or the Adaptive Nanoplate or anything like that, hopefully just the sheer weight of firepower will do the job. And I'm trying to make sure I've got enough munitions for this last fight, which I'm not hopeful about. Because even when you defeat it... yeah, we'll go there. Even when you defeat it, you then have to verse the demon form of it. What's that? A servo excavator. Trade. Missile bay, no. Repair maximum. And... sell the god kill... oh no, I can unmount and destroy the God King's mantle, which I really don't want to do. I'm getting all the munitions I possibly can. And... I don't have any more power remaining, do I? I've even turned off the launch bay. There's not much I can really spend my points on, because I'm totally powered up. I get a couple of heals and a couple of repairs, but I can't put it on anyone. I'm going to put the repair on the commander just to repair up the hull. Well, only a couple more jumps until the last fight. I actually activated the siege bombard before we even finished communicating with the enemy. I don't think there's anything friendly in this sector. I think it's basically, you know, continue fighting. So, let's see how we get on. Certainly the last couple of sectors have been completely frantic when it comes to the fights. There we go. Got a couple of beams in there. Shields are holding. What can I change up? I don't think I can change up anything. I've got full shields. Trying to walk away. Full shields, full engines, and weapons are working well. So, as I said, just trying to stop any sort of boarding, really, is what we're going to use our guys for. Even though there's only 2 of them that are benefiting from the 2 modifiers that we have. Grave beam, wait until the shields drop, and then zap. Okay. The outcome of that, no HP damage, no hull damage, and yeah, we used a little bit of munitions. You can't really go wrong with that. Zip in. Nothing here. Let's move on. What do I want to do for spending points? I guess I could put more points into the engines, and I could always toggle. I can toggle things like life support. I know someone has done it. I think I've seen a video of it where the person... I'm going to activate both siege cannons now because I've got enough to finish the fight with, I think. Someone managed to upgrade their ship so they had complete suffocation resistance on the very small amount of crew that they had, and then they just turned all of their life support off, which I thought was pretty clever of them. I thought that was pretty clever. There's a good grave beam shot there. Oh, that's just... This Imperial strike craft is getting destroyed. Wow. Yeah, alright. Munitions and scrap metal. Scrap metal or Duraplate armor. It's going to be munitions in it. Merchant or another fight. It's going to be a merchant. We're going to get as many crew as possible. We'll get them too. We will gain repair drone ×2. So, repair. Now a new guy. And that's pretty much it. So you could go at the front. You can go there. Well, in the previous run, I mean, we're probably about 6 hours into this video, but the previous run, for the no people watching, we destroyed our own commander in the second wave, no, the second sector. In this one, we've got up to the Vault of Souls and are facing off against this monstrosity. So this is the Doom engine. It is hostile, naturally. Activate both systems, and, well, let's see what we can do. I didn't come at this thinking we can actually get a win off it, but I'll do my absolute best, as always. Commander is going to go and try and stop this Conqueror, because we can do loads of damage, so we will, like I say, do that. Conqueror is going down. Let me do some summons here, because we can, and then send that guy back. Looks like we've got shields down, the Grave Beam I can activate, so there we go. And everyone's just going to, as you can see there, run. And we'll do some stuns. There we go. I'm going to keep doing stuns while firing constantly with everything we've possibly got. And they're on half health. Wow, I didn't expect that. But now, ship sensors detect a huge energy spike. And as we can see, suddenly protective wards materialise around the enemy vessel, shielding them from harm. You hear a sound of intruder alarms. A number of hostile machine slaves have materialised aboard the ship. So we need to deal with all of that. This is the problem that I often have with this last fight, that I just can't deal with it. I'm going to send the commander to do their thing. If the commander can go and deal with the enemy on board, which we've done, and then return everybody back. Let's just repair these things up. But all of our weapons are damaged as well now. Then stunned. But we are doing damage. Let's just summon. I don't need to repair that. I'm going to send these guys back. Wow, you can hear the things they're firing at us, and it's just ridiculous. Cheeky repair on that, just in case. I'm hoping repairing that means that they'll actually target it. Everything else is on fire, like fire mode, I should say. And they're actually on 4 of 55 health, 3 of 55. Are we going to get a win off this? Wow. I did not expect that. The enemy's been vanquished. At last you have arrived at the Vault of Souls. Within you find a grand altar ablaze with argent fire. You plunge your hand into the flames. The searing heat of eternity washes over you and your crew. Your soul sublimate into the infinite ether, heralding an age of pandemonium. You've filled your destiny. Your mission is complete. That has been a run with the mutant. So that is a victory. 1,000 points. Scrap acquired is 2,192. Max sectors reached 60, and basically 26 ships destroyed, 14 decrewed, 71 nodes visited. Total of 4,047. Score with the same in resonance, and well, that means that we've now got a win with the mutant, and because of that as well, if we go to the list, we now have the heavy frigate. Oh, we don't have the heavy frigate B, but we do have the Explorator A, which is, well, it looks pretty cool. It is armed with a displacement field emitter and a penetrator. It has nothing special in terms of its loadout. However, the crew, well, it has a hex priest, a combat husk, 2 combat husks, and another husk. Okay, technovirus emits a projectile that prevents target systems being repaired for 20 seconds, and a circadian stabilizer resting heals 50% extra HP, does not stack. It's a husk vessel. Wow. Okay, that's been a bit of Void War, bit of a long run, bit of a chaotic one, but as they say, proof's in the pudding. The end result matters. The end result was, in this case, not just about the journey, about the destination. Destination win. We got a win off it. That's been a bit of Void War. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been a long one. It's been an eventful journey, but we did win and we did get a bit of redemption. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings. And rest.